Hi, friends. It's Deanna Willison from Our Blooming Catholic Life, and I want to talk to you just a little bit about the two main theories going on about this pandemic. So you may be thinking, like what two theories? Like it came from a bat and it came from a lab? No, we're not even going with those theories on the natural part of the cause. We're looking at the supernatural causes. And so we have one side and these sides are both from the church. So we have one side saying, Mary came to us at Fatima. She told us that these horrible things were going to happen if we didn't repent, if we didn't consecrate Russia to Mary. Like these, we were given conditions, right? And they weren't met. They weren't met. And so she warned us all this. And in 1973, we have Our Lady of Akita coming and saying similar things. She even said, "As I told you, if men do not repent and better themselves, the Father will inflict a terrible punishment on all of humanity. It will be a punishment greater than the deluge, such as one never seen before. Fire will fall from the sky and will wipe out a great part of humanity, the good as well as the bad, sparing neither priests nor the faithful. The survivors will find themselves so desolate that they will envy the dead. The only arms which will remain for you will be the rosary and the sign left by my son. Each day recite the prayers of the rosary. With the rosary, pray for the Pope, the bishops, and the priests, because the work of the devil will infiltrate even into the church in such a way that one will see cardinals opposing cardinals, bishops against bishops. The priests who venerate me will be scorned and opposed by their confreres. Churches and altars sacked, the church will be full of those who accept compromises, and the demon will press many priests and consecrated souls to leave the service of the Lord. The demon will be especially implacable against souls consecrated to God. The thought of the loss of so many souls is the cause of my sadness. If sins increase in number and gravity, there will no longer be pardon for them." Sort of sounds familiar, right? We've had a lot of natural disasters, and then this illness is coming. And again, we had Our Lady of Monteberico, and she had come during the plague to this one little town. The plague had been going on for 2 years already. And she came and she said, "Build me this church here." She's like, "In proof that it's really me, I'm going to," she made the sign of the cross on a rock, and she said, "Dig at this rock and it's going to bear water." And then she outdrew the outline of a church she wanted and stabbed the stick into the ground where she wanted the altar built. And and it took a long time. The woman was like, "Everybody's going to laugh at me. Nobody's going to believe me." So it took a long time for their requirements to be met too. But as soon as they were, the plague left the town. So we are given hope by that sign. And I really want to encourage all of us to just go ahead and examine those. That last one, Monte Berico, is actually in the town's actual records, and you can see them. It was sealed by a notary, even. So these records exist, right? And then we have the other hand saying, "Oh, this one's saying Mary, our mother, mother of God and the mother of us, the church," right? They're saying that she warned us about this. The other hand is saying Mother Earth is mad at us for sins against ecology, and it's Mother Earth attacking us. Okay. Um, and I do teach science and I love science, and you can see that these are natural phenomena that are happening, but that doesn't mean there's not a supernatural element. It's like, yes, the flood happened and there's evidence of a great flood. Does that mean it was completely a natural disaster? No, it doesn't. God created the whole universe. He can suspend, he made those rules of nature. He can suspend them, right? And many times what man has thought were scientific laws turned out to be completely junk, right? And so it's just our current understanding of them. And so, yes, it looks like a natural cause. It's a virus. We can see it in a microscope. And does that mean that there's absolutely no spiritual element going on? No, it doesn't mean that at all. And so today, what I'm going to propose for you, look at them, make your own decision, and if you want to pursue saving the earth, that's a great cause. Go out and do that. If you want to try something else, a little more hardcore, and there's no reason you can't do both. There is no reason. God called us to be a steward, right? Adam and Eve were the gardeners in the garden. So we should be going out and cleaning up the earth and taking care of it. Should that be our number one top priority? So if you have not seen this book, this is by Carrie Gress, Dr. Carrie Gress. It is the Marian option. And have I delved into it? Nope, nope, nope. I've grabbed this. I saw her this summer, and I think they were out of stock when I went to get it. So I've gotten it recently. I honestly have not delved completely into it yet. So I'm going to do that in a couple minutes, and I'll come back and tag it onto the end here. But I've been trying to get everyone, I think you know for a while if you're a follower of this channel at all, of first Saturdays. Make your first Saturday reparation. And just the other day I had on, I'm going to point up here so I remember to attach it, the rosary reparation. I can also attach, they go in where they go. I don't control that. But videos on what a first Saturday is and how we're supposed to make the first 5 Saturdays. You're supposed to do 5 in a row. But you can do it as many, many times as you want. And in fact, most people who do it, some people will only do it those 5 Saturdays in a row. But a lot of people will just keep going back and back to cover all of you who aren't doing it. Like we say that this is for so-and-so who has not made the first Saturday devotion because we're allowed to assign those over to other people. And so I'm just going to encourage you to get out there. And if you're not praying a daily rosary, I know Lent is over. So many people did like Nineveh 90, Exodus 90, Fiat 90. Some people even did a Daniel fast. So many of you started praying a daily rosary during those times. I'm inviting you to keep it up as a practice. Keep it up. I know I ended up doing like a Franciscan crown rosary and a Divine Mercy chaplet every day because I'd done a 90 last year. So it's like, well, you can't just do the same thing. You have to do a little bit more. So I extended my rosary into a Franciscan crown most days, but some days it was your normal 5-decade rosary. And then I added in the Divine Mercy chaplet. Sometimes I was alternating. And I think I was doing the Divine Mercy chaplet before I added the rosary, and it was too much at first. So then I backed off and just practiced doing the rosary every day. Then the rosary became a Franciscan crown rosary, and then I started doing the Franciscan crown rosary with the Divine Mercy chaplet. So I'm up in my game. I don't know about you, and I'm praying that you are because we need everyone's help to do this. So I'm going to drop off quick, read this book, and I'll be back with a review.